Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1958 Smith Corona Silent Super vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin and this is the right margin. You just want to make sure they're in between the two paper fingers up front, or else you get stuck on them with the vibrator. And that's the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And we can readjust those margins once we load the page and set those paper fingers. I just like them right on the edge for maximum clearance, and then you test the margins to make sure you're not getting stuck on them. And as you can see, this is too close because sometimes the vibrator, which is the mechanism that goes up and down, it'll get stuck on that and those first couple characters will be off. So I'm going to set it right there and then reset that left margin. That right one looks good. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back 1. Skips 2, one more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful typing machine. One of the best of all time and probably the best USA made typewriter. As far as mass production goes, print looks perfect. And it's not silent, but it's quieter than your typical typewriter and really smooth. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to put this down for now and put the color back on black. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the left side, very good. Tab on the right. This has a tab set on the keyboard. I got tabs set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to go through and clear each one of those by hitting the CL button right next to it. Fast action. And now we shouldn't have any tabs, but I always like to keep one set somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear. And I just set it by hitting that set button down here. And now it just stops at that one spot. And the difference between the Silent and the Silent Super is the Silent has a manual tab set on the back with little inserts. Flip the little panel back and there's a rack back there, and this one has unlimited basically tabs that you set on the keyboard, so that's an upgrade. Backspace on the left side, very good. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. If you hit that MR button, it does allow you to go all the way to the end or until you get stuck on that paper finger there. Open the hood, all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right if you want to switch that direction. There's a switch right above the backspace here. You flip that up, it'll pull counterclockwise to the left, flip it down clockwise to the right, and that's the direction we want it to go. Touch control on the inside here from low to high. Right now it's on low, but if you go to the left, it loads a spring underneath there that's connected to all the keys. And when you hit the key, you just have to hit it a little harder for it to print because there's more tension, but it does respond faster. So you just want to play with that to gauge what your preference is as far as touch control goes. On the right side of the carriage, you have the carriage release behind the knob. Very nice and smooth. This is the nice metal ones versus the newer models that have the hard plastic ones that break off all the time. So very nice, durable machine all around. This is your carriage lock. You lift it up, it releases the carriage and locks in the middle. So when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around in there causing possible damage to the internal components. And this is your left carriage release. Very smooth. Very nice condition typewriter. If you pull out this knob at the end of the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And the same concept on the inside little lever here. You flip that down, it disables the spacing. Flip it up, you get the clicks. And on the very inside of the platen is the page gauge. So when you load the page, you want to set it to right below the 11 there. And as you're feeding it through, it'll start to warn you on the left side when you're getting close to the end of the bottom of the page. That's 2 inches, 1.5, 1 inch, and then that's the end of the page. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.